Hey everyone, we're in Philadelphia today, spending...
We're not going ice skating.
We'd fall down. But we're here at this beautiful Dilworth Park and we're going to explore Philadelphia over the next 4 days.
There's like so much I learned today, so much things I didn't know. It's so worth it. It's worth every single penny. I'm telling you, just do it because you gotta learn so much things. You gotta learn so many things that you didn't even know existed in poker. I'm just saying, it's worth the money.
Today was awesome. I got to meet up with one of my students, Ron, who was working on his poker game, and it was beautiful. We got to meet up at the Ritz, which is like so amazing in downtown Philly, and hang out there for the day, talk poker, go over all the hands he played in his session, and walk through them step by step, one at a time, and sort of download my process to him during a day session. So he really loved it. That was awesome, and I'm really grateful to be able to do this and share poker with different people around the world in different cities that I go to. It makes it exciting and fun to meet and connect with each and every one of you, and to have someone that really is receptive to what I'm learning and really looking to make a career out of poker. Is exciting to know that I could like share all the lessons and mistakes that I learned in hopes that they can improve upon them and don't make the same mistakes, and improve on what I've learned in my life. So that was awesome, and it was a great day. Going home to have dinner with the wifey. Super excited. See you guys tomorrow.
Look at that. We built a beautiful puzzle.
We didn't cheat in matches.
Outside Benjamin Franklin's burial site, which is really cool for me personally because I'm reading his autobiography this year by Walter Isaacson, and it's cool because they throw pennies on his burial site because he's famous for the saying, a penny saved is a penny earned. So it's a really cool symbolic gesture that everybody does out here coming to his burial site. So awesome to see. This guy threw a quarter. He must be a crusher. I really like the motto by Benjamin Franklin, and it's something that I've definitely been implementing more in my life and career as I've matured and got older. And in fact, it's one of the things I went over with my client yesterday. It's like he was realizing that he had these goals and ambitions in poker, and I see a lot of you guys in the same spot where you want to move up in stakes, play a bigger level, grow your bankroll, and ultimately it's the spending habits in personal lives that are holding us back. So it's like buying, not realizing that everything we spend is an opportunity cost, and if you save that money, you could channel it towards your bankroll. There's only two ways to really grow your bankroll. One is to save more money and allocate that money towards your bankroll or your personal savings or your retirement fund or whatever it is. And the other way is to make more money. Now, making money is its own personal subject, but if I find that most people, if they track their expenses, and I mean every single dollar that you spend for a month, which I highly recommend doing, you can find that there's plenty of ways to save money that you didn't even know you were spending. Go through all your subscriptions, figuring out categorically where you spend your money, like eating out versus coffee shops versus shopping versus groceries versus rent, etc. There are definitely ways to cut down, and just keep in mind that everything is a sacrifice. You can generally have everything you want, but you can't. You can have anything you want, but not everything you want, is a great quote that I heard. And so it's like, unless you're making an absolute boatload of money, sacrifices are going to have to be made if you want to prioritize things like growing your bankroll or traveling more for poker or your lifestyle or whatever it is. There are worksheets I made available for free at alectorelli.com, which I feel like are great to help people can control their finances and create a business plan and life plan that'll really help them move in the direction they want. That's a great resource for you. But otherwise, just track every single dollar you spend and find out where the money's going. That's a great way to cut out. Now we're off to see more of Philly. overall, the Franklin Museum was really cool. Definitely worth a visit. $5 each to enter, so totally worth it. It was cool. There's 5 rooms. I learned a lot. He was extremely impressive. Talk about someone that did a lot with their life, from inventing bifocals to the battery to electricity to basically getting the French to join the American Revolution to helping write the Declaration of Independence. It's just testament to show it's really inspiring that one man really can make an impact and change the world. I thought that was really inspiring. One thing I learned from him that was really interesting was just this idea of the whistle, this story he used to write. He used to have his own printing press and write in pen names, so he wrote under fake names. But one of the stories he wrote, I think it was when he was younger, was this idea of the whistle. And he was a 7-year-old boy, and his parents gave him a little bit of money to for an allowance or whatever, and he spent it all on this whistle. And basically he got home and showed his family, and his family said, "This is like the stupidest purchase ever. You overpaid for this whistle." And he began to realize that, you know, he did this because he wanted the status of owning a cool, trendy whistle. And that story really stuck with him, and he observed many times throughout his life people that paid too much for their whistle. And it's just this moral story where, you know, you don't want to pay too much for status symbols because they don't bring you ultimately joy and satisfaction. And I just thought it was really interesting to see how that is a timeless message, you know, written obviously before Franklin, but also he told it in his own way. I thought that was really cool. So we learned a lot from him, inspiring story, and we're off to see more of Philly. This is our beautiful Airbnb where we stayed for the last 5 days. That's it for this video about Philadelphia. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys on the next travel vlog. Cheers.